The Nintendo Wii U is unique in the fact that it was the first video game console of the 8th generation, primarily competing with the Sony PlayStation 4 and the Microsoft Xbox One. Although the PS4 and Xbox both continue to sell quite well, the Wii U has long since been discontinued. How did a console, ahead of its time in some aspects, become so obsolete so fast? Let's find out on this episode of Abandoned History, The Fall of the Wii U. The tale of the Wii U really begins with its predecessor, the Wii. When it was launched in 2006, the Wii was truly ahead of its time. With its motion controls, it offered something truly unique compared to the Xbox 360 and PlayStation 3, whose main audience was the core demographic of gamers. Nintendo, relatively speaking anyway, had the casual market all to themselves. By 2010, rumors were going wild that Nintendo was working on a successor to the aging flagship Wii. A lot of the talk was centered on a Wii HD upgrade. This could have been more of an incremental upgrade, similar to how the PS4 Pro or the Xbox One X are today, although the Wii HD never came to light despite all these rumors. Additional rumors suggested that Nintendo was experimenting with making a successor that implemented stereoscopic 3D, something that they would only consider if 3D TVs became mainstream with 30% market share as stated by then CEO Satoru Iwata. Again, these rumors never panned out and the public was left speculating on what the new console might look like. Finally, in 2011, a news source came forward saying Nintendo was going to unveil the successor to the Wii at E3 2011. The wait was finally over. The console was codenamed Project Cafe, and rumors were going rampant. The system was said to have everything from a traditional controller modeled after the GameCube to a controller similar to a tablet like an iPad. One of the leading rumors was that the console would be called Nintendo Stream. At E3 2011, the world got the first look at Project Cafe, then officially confirmed as the Wii U system. It had a 6-inch touchscreen controller surrounded by traditional joysticks and buttons. You'd be able to stream games to the tablet screen as long as you remain near the console base station, which housed the disk drive for the system. Many of the presentation's aspects focused just on the controller, and the base station, the actual console portion, was relegated to the background. This would cause major problems in the future, as people really didn't understand the fact that this was a whole new console and just not an accessory. Also surprising was the fact that Nintendo announced no first-party titles for the system, instead just showing off HD gameplay tech demos for the hardware. Following the mixed reaction to the E3 presentation, Nintendo's stock ended up dropping almost 10%. The Wii U officially launched in Japan on December 8, 2012, and at first sales were fairly strong, selling 3 million units by the end of 2012. This sales pace would not be sustainable, as the Wii U started to run into problems almost immediately. Although the Wii U was an improvement over the older Wii system, it was simply not enough. Graphics levels were on par with the Xbox 360, which had been released already almost 7 years before at that point. Another weakness was the fact that the controller had to remain in constant connection with the base station in order to stream games, unlike the standalone Nintendo Switch we have now, where the controller is actually the console as well. To the casual audience, the Wii U looked like it may be a new accessory for the existing Wii. It looked like a tablet you could pair with the console, a very expensive accessory whose price varied from $299 for the base model to $350 for the premium model. Advertising later in the Wii U's life would put more focus on the fact that it was a whole new console, but at this point it was too little, too late. Perhaps the biggest problem that stalled the Wii U's growth from the beginning was its lack of exclusive titles at launch to make it worth the purchase. Launch titles included the typical sports games found on other systems, and the Nintendo exclusives, Nintendo Land, New Super Mario Bros. U, and Ninja Gaiden 3. Absent was an installment from, say, the Super Smash Bros. Series or even the Mario Kart series. There really wasn't a major reason to buy the Wii U over sticking with your current Wii console. All of these factors led to the Wii U being the worst selling console in the history of Nintendo, even behind the GameCube. The console was received so poorly that it was discontinued in less than 4 years after it was originally introduced. During the Wii U years, Nintendo reported massive losses, something unheard of for the company. In order to right the ship, Nintendo immediately began development on the Nintendo Switch, and the rest, as they say, is history. This has been the story of the Wii U, the successor to one of the best-selling consoles of all time, and itself one of the greatest technological failures of all time. To Nintendo, it was the Wii U, but to the rest of us, it's now a piece of abandoned history. I hope you guys enjoyed this return to abandoned history. I really like to apologize for not uploading recently, but life has gotten really crazy lately, really busy. I'm gonna try to upload more often, and I'm just really glad to be back and again with the channel. We're so close to 1,000 subscribers. I think I said that a couple months ago, but I know when I don't upload, the growth kind of stalls out, so hopefully we can get the train moving again. Again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys real soon.